LFD?
Oh, hi. You're Obayashi's friend. Haunted house movies, right?
That's me.
Oh my gosh, hi.
Hi, it's good to meet you. I don't know.
Oh, this is so awkward. I never know what to do with these types of things.
Actually, don't sweat it. You know, blind dates are always kind of awkward, but Obayashi spoke really highly of you, and let me say, you look incredible.
Are you kidding? I look disgusting. Don't be nice to me.
No, I mean it. You look beautiful. Hey, I brought the peanut butter jelly. Do you want to go walk and munch on them?
Crunchy or smooth?
Smooth.
There's a road I'd like to tell you about. Lives in my hometown. Lakeshore Drive, the road is called, and it'll take you up or down. From rats on up to riches, 15 minutes you can fly. Pretty blue lights along the way help you right on by. And the blue lights shining with a heavenly grace help you right on by.
So, haunted house movies? Like Casper?
Yep.
Beetlejuice?
Mm-hmm.
Poltergeist?
Yeah, all of them except the third one.
Ooh, what about The Shining?
Not really. That falls more under haunted hotel movies, which is my brother-in-law.
Oh, Monster House?
And it starts up north from Hollywood, water on the driving side. Concrete mountains rearing up, throwing shadows just about 5. Sometimes you can smell the green if your mind is feeling fine. There ain't no finer place to be than running Lakeshore Drive. And there's no peace of mind the place you see riding on Lakeshore Drive. Just like it, anywhere I found. Running south on Lakeshore Drive, getting into town. Just slipping on by on LSD.
Sorry, I always be tripping.
It's Friday night and you're looking clean. Too early to start the rounds. A 10-minute ride from the Gold Coast back there.
Is this right?
What?
This, I mean us. I'm worried that the world won't be able to handle us.
Hey, who cares what the world thinks? Why can't two genderless constructs, such as LFD and haunted house movies, meet and be married? I think it's the perfect time in the year 1977.
You're perfect.
Ditto.
Snaking on my own LSD, Friday night trouble bound.
Hey, do you believe in dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs?
Yeah, dinosaurs.
No, I do not.
Good. Do you ever want to know what happened if we made a baby?
What?
No, not like that. But just think about it. What if haunted house movies and LFD? What would that even be like?
Huh. You're right. I have no idea.
But I bet it make for one dope-ass movie.
I wrote you a poem. A poem about LSD. I've gone my whole life thinking one way, that I am haunted house movies, a formula not meant to be rearranged. But then I met this genderless concept called LSD. And now I've found my subgenre forever changed. My spooky exterior, now colored with color and creativity, has been exercised of my paranormal activity by a brilliant shining square of both joy and bliss, with whom I wish to share my mononucleosis. Now I hope that when LSD looks at me, they see what I see. When I gaze in the eyes of my drug of choice, a liquid sunshine, who against my tongue turns moist, a hallucinogenic hottie, my potential bride, my non-addictive like coffee, lysergic acid, diethylmide.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me.
Yeah, it's kind of something I just eventually just came up with, but yeah.
It was beautiful.
Can I drive you home?
He did the monster.
So, yeah, this is like my
favorite
house,
song
yeah.
ever.
It was the graveyard.
This is so good.
No. Oh, sorry about you. Please go first.
Oh no, please you go first.
No, you go first.
Oh, please go first.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'm just saying. This is my favorite song of all time.
The mouse?
Yeah, the mama.
Oh, cool.
Now you go.
I'm just saying that this is my house.
House. That's a really pretty name. Nothing. So, actually, I was kind of just thinking I had a really wonderful time tonight, and I was hoping maybe if you had a great time too, then I was hoping we could go do something again, maybe.
Haunted house movies?
Yeah.
You don't think I'm damaged goods?
What?
I promise not to get upset when you find out about my past. No retroactive jealousy or anything.
Why?
Well, it's just that in the past, exes and the like, they got really mad. Said some really hurtful things to me. It's just that, well, you gotta understand. A lot of people have done me.
LSD?
What? Oh, I mean, yes. Well, there was the Beatles, there was Steve Jobs, there was Seth Rogen, a whole lot of monks. I'm a slut for monks. Millie Bobby Brown? Mr. Rogers?
Mr. Waters did LSD?
No, that was a silly joke.
Oh, LOL. Well, I don't care about any of that crap. Your past doesn't define who you are. What matters is right now. And what I'm at, I wouldn't change a thing about it. Really?
Would you like to come inside? I have a Connect and board games and a bidet.
Whoa! Slow down! Did you say ball games?
Then you can monster mash.
Congratulations, haunted house movies and LSD. You just gave birth to a very perfectly healthy, beautiful Blu-ray DVD copy of the 1977 film House, directed by Nobuhiku Obayashi. Hi, hello everyone. Happy Halloween season. I'd like to take this time that we have together to tell y'all a story. And it's not an ordinary story, no. It's a horror story. One of them nasty ones. A real barfer, if you will. And the horriest thing about this story is that it's all true. Hiroshima, January 9th, 1938, a baby is born, a boy. In 1941, the now 3-year-old child has developed a fascination towards the family projector, and a love for moving pictures is born. In 1945, the 6-year-old boy survived America's bombing of Hiroshima. Many of his friends and family didn't. This boy's name was Nobuhiku Obayashi. He directed the film House. On June 20th, 1975, Steven Spielberg's Jaws was released, which caused the entire world to unanimously pee their pants. Included in this worldwide pee party is the country Japan, a country whose film industry was currently going down the kitchen sink. No one was going to the movies, and if they were, it was to see boring old war dramas. And when no one wanted to see boring old war dramas, they were seeing this weird Japanese thing called porn. I don't really know what that is, but it's probably worth the Google. Anyways, old men and dirty creeps aside, them movies were empty. But wait, what's this? A packed theater in 1970s Japan, and it's not playing boring war dramas or this porn thing that I'm genuinely unaware of? It's playing the movie Jaws. What? This movie's making me feel something inside. This is incredible. Wait, hang on. A movie that's big in Japan but wasn't made in Japan? That can't be. That was a direct quote from the big suits at Toho Studios, one of Japan's biggest film production companies. They're also the big mama behind our good friend Godzilla. Anyway, Japan needed butts that they can put into seats which would direct their attention to a huge screen playing a big Japanese movie, preferably a movie just like Jaws. And to do just so, Toho decided there was only one man who could do the job. Our old pal Nobuhiku Obayashi, who at this point was only directing commercials, and would be the first Japanese commercial filmmaker to get a feature film made. The film House is a really weird movie. It follows a girl named Gorgeous, who convinces her 6 friends, Melody, Mac, Prof, Sweet, Fantasy, and a girl literally named Kung Fu, to go visit her aunt's house. But the problem here is, Gorgeous ain't even met her aunt. And we come to find out that her aunt lives in a, say it with me, haunted house. So now these wacky girls need to fight for their lives against crazy bonkers stuff like mattresses, clocks, booty munchers, flying boobies, and scary piano. Now you're probably thinking, geez dude, this movie sounds identical to that Jaws movie. From the plot, the setting, the tone, and the characters. It's like a blatant ripoff. Why is it so special? Well, you're actually wrong. So this movie's nothing like Jaws, and that was intentional, as Obayashi decided that Jaws, but instead of a shark it's a bear, is dumb. If we gotta get those butts into those seats, then we need to make something unlike anything anyone has ever seen. To accomplish this, Obayashi had a realization. Kids are weird. They see the world through a lens that dissolves with age. They see a rock, and they put it in their mouth. They see a closet, and they'll tell you that there's a nude bald man waiting in there to eat them. So Obayashi turned to his 10-year-old daughter Shigumi and asked her what she feared most. She talked about getting stuck in clocks, getting smothered by mattresses, being attacked by her own reflection, turning into bananas. A bunch of zany wacko kitty ideas. Fears that were made under the umbrella of innocence. But Obayashi felt a disconnect from his daughter. Her fears weren't his fears. She had no idea of the terror of the atom bomb, or what it was like to lose all your friends to a mushroom cloud. And he was jealous. Shigumi has a writing credit on the film. And when you look at the film now, you can see that childlike wonder in its bones. The naivety in the characters, the humor and its pure absurdity, something only a kid could dream up of. Her contributions are what make this film worth seeing. And for those still skeptical about a child's writing ability, then you better sit down, because this entire video was written by a baby.
Type. No, you say.
House was still Obayashi's film, and looking at it in his perspective, you can tell that it's a tale about the innocent youth and how the older generation can become envious of it. The girls joke about the aunt's traumatizing past when it's discussed, which is what leads to her wanting to steal the girl's innocence. This movie also served as a way for Obayashi to share his feelings with the next generation, to communicate about that gap, and to reach a common understanding. The two minds of father and daughter fused together to create this film. It's equal parts silly goofy, with dashes of sprinkles and pigtails. But it's also equal part disturbing violent horror picture show. And when the two collide, it creates a vibe so unsettling and off-putting. The pop aesthetic with the murder of teenage girls creates what seems like a mutant abomination of God. It shouldn't exist. You'd want to sedate it, but you can't. You're unable to look away. When House came out in Japan, so many seats had a butt in them. seats which directed their attention to a big screen playing a Japanese movie. That movie being House. House was the bad boy movie Mama didn't want you to see. The film's so scary it had to be seen to believe. House was also a giant flashy ad for filmmaking. It showed off so many techniques and methods to all the aspiring filmmakers out there that weird is okay. That people want to see crazy. If you butterfly effect this situation and pluck House out of existence, well, then perhaps such amazing Japanese films such as Tampopo and Tetsuo the Iron Man would never have been made. The super crazy and wonderfully weird work of Sion Sono and Takeshi Miike would straight up not have happened. House wasn't even released in the United States until 2009. And when it did, everyone loved it. It was huge. Even celebrities praised it. The movie became so huge, it made houses cool. Everyone was buying houses, and then the prices started going up, and then people couldn't afford their houses anymore, and then we entered this fun little event known as the 2009 housing crisis. Yeah, you can thank House for that. Actually, if you look at House in the context of film history, it's quite fascinating, as House blew the doors open for houses in movies. Before 1977, movies didn't have houses in them. They were set exclusively on streets and non-house buildings, such as stores, banks, and restaurants. They even made what's called fake houses, which is when a house is fake. But then the movie House came out and reinvented the game. There was this famous story that when John Carpenter was writing the script for the original Halloween, a movie primarily in houses, he wanted to use real houses, but the producers said no, that's physically impossible. We don't have the technology yet here in America. He got so discouraged that he threw the script in the trash. And when he was in Japan visiting a good buddy, that's when he saw House. And John had his little mind. He dug that script out of the garbage, ripped it open, and made Halloween. Audiences were terrified by the fact that a house was in a movie, that movie theaters had to give audiences barf bags as it was so shocking. John Carpenter brought houses and movies to America. And that's how we got Big Mama's House 2, the point of this video. I'm pretty sure I covered all the reasons why this movie's worth watching and important. I've never met a person who didn't like it. It got rave reviews. People saying things like, "This is a one-of-a-kind masterpiece that led the way for fun, weird, imaginative, and dark filmmaking that leaves the same mark today as it did in the 70s. Someone once said it's like The Evil Dead 2 had a love child with Magical Mystery Tour on acid. Anyway, that's it. I hope I caused a little peak of interest for this movie and just like Japanese films in general. The movie's on HBO Max. I mentioned Sion Sono, who's like a favorite filmmaker of mine. Everything he does, his stuff goes crazy. Like the film Love Exposure, it's a 5-hour movie about a man and his wiener. It's crazy, super fun time. It's ambitious, tackles every single genre known to man. It's just fun. Speaking of super long, crazy, ambitious, fun movies that tackle every single genre known to man, my movie Citizen Twain is having its second chapter edited right now. We've been working on it for a very long time. I'm very excited to share it with you guys. Due to the nature of being an 18-year-old with a job, school, and relationships, it's taken longer than expected. I'm very thankful for you guys' patience, and I really hope you love it when it comes out. I love making it. I love making it with my friends, and I love making movies. It's my dream film, and I really just want people to watch it. This next one goes crazy. It's got horror, it's got comedy, it's got romance, it's got a whole lot of milk. But in the meantime, I'd actually like to share with you guys the world's first look at Chapter 2. So without further ado, Citizen Twain, Chapter 2, in the mood for milk.
A cow.
Doesn't that look cool? I'm so excited. If you haven't already, check out part 1. I mean, if you like movies like House, a bunch of weird movies, you know, I think it'd be right up your alley. And share it with your friends. Hit notifications so that when the next one comes out, you'll be there. We'll see you there, maybe. Oh, one last thing. Can you guys guess my Halloween costume? You're not gonna get it, but... Alright, hang on. We'll do this multiple choice. Let's go. Am I A, A well-dressed winner of a pie eating contest? Am I B, zombie Steve Jobs? Am I C, a librarian who has herpes? Am I D, 5-time Emmy Award-winning singer-songwriter DJ Pooba Stank? Or am I E, a 30-something-year-old white guy on the internet that really wants you to know that he enjoys foreign films and is annoying about it? Gonna go disappear now. Bye. Watch all my other videos and have a happy Halloween.
In the club, party rock. Looking for your girl, she on my jock. Now stop when we in the spot. Booty moving weight like she on the block. With a drink, I got to know. Tight jeans tattoo, cause I'm